Welcome, everyone. This is the Monster King Rickzilla here, and tonight is gonna be one money-sucking shit fest. As we've seen earlier, the idiot Shanny, the idiot Gman, invited Shanny and Rev on their stream, on his stream. Sorry, Gman invited Shanny and Rev on his stream where they were talking about the whole issue regarding the use of the N-word. And, well, during the duration of the entire debacle, especially at the latter half, Shanny kind of made the whole stream about herself. But during that, they've been crying about how, well, Shanny's been crying about how if Black Guy TV and Mrs. Parker can use the N-word, I mean, they're saying that they're racist for using the N-word, even though they are of the color that they are of the minority group that uses the N-word for. You know, I'm not going to go into full details about how fucked up this whole situation is, because it is extremely fucked up. And I'm not going to waste my time trying to argue how and why this whole mess started in the first place. Let's just say, well, we got two people in the chat. If you are coming into the chat, please, for the love of God and all that is holy, give this video a like, because it means so much to me to show your support. So, slumber, let brother go. The rage is going to take over. And if you are a normal person who watches this shit, racism, let's see if this works. The truth will set you free. That brother gone. You know, now I'm not going to go into full details about how dumb this whole issue is. Let's talk about the crazy bullshit that's been going on afterwards. I mean, we all know Shanny loves to play the victim. We all know how much she enjoys trying to attempt people to feel sorry for her, but fuck my life. This whole situation. Shanny, you know that I can be very passionate, but you know, as much as you try to shed some tears, my anger can boil to the point where I will go full ballistic on your ass. So here is something I wanted to try because of you and your myriad of idiots who think that you can get away scot-free without any repercussions. Bitch, you're in for a world of hurt, darling. And I'm not going to hold back. This is the raging storm. And you're going to experience the typhoons and hurricanes. That is my anger. A monster will beseech these lands and decimate everything you stand upon. I wonder why. Dark room, dark lighting. Emotional breakdown. I wonder if this is going to sound familiar to someone I kept making comparisons to. But we'll get to that later. Right now, we're going to talk about how much of an entitled piece of human garbage Shanny is. And I'm still wanting to look for the stream where I'm still looking for the stream that Gman put on his regular channel, if he has one. I might have to go. Oh shit! I forgot. Oh, you're right. There is no sound. I forgot. My bad. I forgot. Anyway, let's go back. Let me start all over because I was a bit got carried away, but that's all right because anger is what will drive this.
Okay, so I am like seriously disturbed
Now,
by these
do you
people
hear the
that are in my
sound,
title.
Lynn?
You know, Dreadnought, Mrs. Parker, the Geek Room, all the drama people. I like.
She's gonna start.
I'm so disturbed by the fact that they're constantly
Using
bringing up the most personal things in my life and exploiting them and trying to hurt me with them. And I'm at the point now where I'm done and I no longer want to even make videos, even responding to them at all, or even talking about them with my audience or any of that.
Do you believe in what this hag is saying? Horns in the chat if you agree that this bitch is like the CWC. Horns in the chat if you believe that this behemoth of a woman is like the man-child who created the electric hedgehog Pokemon. Actually, no, scratch that. Lightning bolts in the chat if you think that she is like CWC, which is Christine Weston Chandler, by the way. Lightning bolts in the chat. Lightning bolts and hearts in the chat to show some respect to the the slumbering giant that is Rage. Anyway, let's break down what the fuck she's saying. So she's basically miffed that Dragnot, the Geek Room, Black Eye TV, and Mrs. Parker are taking clips and use the clips that she put out herself. And now she's upset that people are calling her out on her bullshit. Again, this is what bugs the shit out of me when it comes to Shanny and Rev and Gman and any other idiot on this platform is that they think that they are entitled to certain rules because they are quote unquote anointed. Corn too. Yeah. Ramen in the chat. Ramen in the chat if you think Shanny is a blumbering sociopath. Ramen in the chat, folks. Ramen in the chat if you think Shanny's a hypocrite.
I don't want to talk to any of these creepy, horrible people anymore. I don't.
I feel like I should have put in the whole. I feel like I should have. You know what? If Bertos ever sees this video, I want her to use this clip, this video, and put like some piano music in the background. You know, some sad piano music, like something that you would see from Geno Samuel's, like the theme song to Geno Samuel's Chris Chan Comprehensive History. I mean, it's basically royalty free. Kevin McLeod's royalty free music. Yes, I like ramen noodle and I like ramen and I love corn. Ramen in the chat, folks. Ramen in the chat.
I don't. They are the worst people imaginable, and they've done nothing but continually hurt me for the past 3 years. And I've responded to them. I've cried. I've yelled. I've said names. I've tried anything to get these people off my back, and they haven't, except one thing, and that's just stop responding to them.
Folks, I've said this so many times, and I've gotten shit for it. But this is a reason why I've been comparing Shanny to Chris Chan, is because almost a decade ago, Chris Chan made the similar video like this in a dimly lit room where he is just crying his eyes out, saying that demanding people to leave him alone and hating on the Greene County School Board for making his life a living hell. This is the same thing that this is similar to what Shanny is doing right here and right now on this video. Ramen in the chat if you think Shanny's like Chris Chan. Ramen in the chat if you think Shanny's like Chris Chan.
Yeah, actually, I have several times stopped responding to them, but yeah, they continue to do it and try to pull me in and hurt me some more, and I can't do it anymore.
Take a look at this, folks. 50 dislikes and only 8 likes. I wonder who those 8 people are. Probably Shanny, Jason, Gman, and their 5 other sock accounts.
I'm too sick.
You still don't know who Chris Chan is? Well, technically, you should. May I recommend you look at Geno Samuel's documentary on Chris Chan as a start, Yado God? Because once you get into that shit, you'll start to see the similarities. Put it bluntly, Yado God, he's basically a mentally unstable man who would throw hissy fits every time someone talks about him. He's basically been trolled to the high. He's been trolled so many times to the point where now he's basically completely insane. Geno Samuel, type in like Chris Chan documentary, definitely Yado, and you'll understand who I'm talking about. Anyway. But then again, Shanny is worse. She's 10 times worse than any locale I've seen. She's even worse than Wings of fucking Redemption. And DC Media Girl. And when I called Amberlynn Reed, when I said when I typed in DC Media Girl's chat when she was doing her stream on Amberlynn Reed, I said, "Whatever you say, Wings of Redemption," and she cracked up. I mean, oh my god, that was funny. I mean, and a lot of people give me shit for not being savage. I mean, some of the people in Black Eye TV's chat kind of gave me some. Well, they were hazing me, getting me to be savage. So, well, technically, I was savage when I called Amberlynn Reed Wings of Redemption, but that's beyond the point.
I'm just too sick to do it anymore, and I can't. I'm not even. I haven't made a lot of videos about this anyway.
And here comes the waterworks. Oh, boo hoo. Woe is fucking me. I am a poor abuse victim. Please pity me. Boo hoo hoo. Shut the fuck up, you fat, ugly whore. Okay, maybe that was going. I'm sorry. Whore. You fat, ugly whore.
But I'm at the point now that I can't do it. Please, and I'm asking those individuals, please respect me and my health, and for my children's sake, I think they want their mother alive.
Shanny, since when did you care about your kids, you idiot, dunderhead, narcissistic person? When do you care about your kids? Hell, I remember the time you made fun of your son for whatever embarrassing thing you exploited. It's appalling that you would go and embarrass your son on camera just so that you could get your 15 minutes of fame. Are you? No, I'm not going to go with that word. I mean, you guys can restrain yourselves from using the R word, but it's too good for her.
Please stop trying to antagonize me and push me into response.
That's basically what I was going for with that hooah. And I still agree with what Grayman said when we were on Discord, that she's more emo than emotional. You know what I mean? Shanny, like I said, Shanny is more like emo, but Shanny acts like emo. Except she doesn't show her private parts in front of her camera like emo does. Or she doesn't cry about a fucking shower curtain. Which reminds me, I'm going to be checking out Drag's video where he parodies emo, which is funny as hell, even though he took some liberties with the pipe instead of the cigar. It's funny, which you should check out too. It's funny as hell. Also, Shanny we all remember when Rev accidentally put the camera on Shanny where she was wearing like this onesie that's probably too tight for her, as well as the diaper. I don't know if they made diapers in her size. You see me being savage. That's basically me engaging in the rage. And my rage is channeled not through screaming and yelling at my computer monitor, but through the act of sarcasm, through the act of savagery.
Because you know what? I'm not going to respond to any of you people anymore. anymore. I can't. It's too much for me. I can't.
I had the good life. I had the good life. I wish I didn't know about YouTube. I wish I never heard about the drama community. I wish I never met Dragnot and all these other people. I hope all of you people go rot in hell. I hope all of you people sit and spin. Sit and spin, Shanny. Hell. That's basically what you sound like. Exactly. She is, you're right, Lynn. She is too narcissistic to stay off YouTube. Of course, she would. Well, that's the thing, Twisted Skeptic. That's the goal. That was basically her idea, is that she was trying to. I've seen this before so many times. Well, I've seen this before with one person that I compared Shanny to.
Handle it anymore. Okay, you've done your job. You broke me. Good.
Again, same arguments over and fucking over again and again. Boo fucking who? Cry me a goddamn river, Shanny.
But I'm done. This is the last video. This is the last video. I just wanted to make a video to just declare.
Yeah, this is the last video. Yeah. How many times has Shanny attempted to, I don't know, leave the internet? Yeah, would you look at all the fuck's sake about her latest round of pity party after what she did at Gman's Gary's hangout the other night when I asked her to keep my name out of her mouth? Sabella, if you could be so kind to like share the link to that hangout, that would be so great. Assuming if you have the link, I hope you have the link because I want to rip into this. That was the purpose of this stream, was to call out the blatant hypocrisy of these mouth breathers.
It that I will not make any more videos about them and give them what they want. And that's a reaction. I am not going to give them what they want anymore because they have destroyed me.
I'm not going to say anything about this statement. I'm not going to respond to this because we all know that is BS.
So much as a person. And I don't have the energy to do it anyway anymore. My heart can't take it anymore.
Well, Shanny, the reason why your heart can't take it is because it's because of your, I'm not going to go there. Maybe if you hadn't eaten too much of those fatty enriched foods, your heart wouldn't be in the situation it is right now. There, I said it. You know what, Shanny? I really wish that you could abandon your Christian beliefs and form your own religion where you deem yourself as a quote unquote goddess. Yes, Natalie, for real, they are hilarious. Unlike Shanny, who. Oh, sorry. Sorry for you, Twisted Skeptic. Good night. Well, good night, Twisted Skeptic. Have a sweet, sweet dreams. Hope to talk to you tomorrow after work. If you can find it, that would be so much for me, Sabella. I mean, Honestly, I am still stumped at this point, and I don't know if I have the courage to look at their content without having an ounce of anger boiling within me because my rage can be unmeasurable. And with that,
So piece of me or not the guys. That's all I
correct.
wanted to say.
Do you remember? Well, I hate to disappoint you, you fat malignant tumor. Okay, maybe I was going too far, but none of this would have happened if you had not decided to post private shit on the internet. For God's sakes, Shanny. You announce all this unnecessary shit. I mean, you have admitted to crazy stuff on the internet since you've been on YouTube. You've said a lot of crazy shit without any provocations. And there have been numerous videos that you posted whether if it's made from people who recycle the images, recycle clips of recycle videos from you, re-uploads, or the videos you post you're on. Sorry. That kind of took that out of me. Sorry, that kind of took a little out of me at that point. But I'm sorry to say this. You say this shit without provocation. There are videos that you posted on your channel that show that you are completely insane. Hell, after I've spent almost a year reviewing you, you have made countless videos where you throw a bitch fit after bitch fit over the most over nothing. You flip out each time someone makes a video about you. Oh shit. Let's put those numbers up.
I don't want to be a victim, but I'm also like,
I don't want to be a victim, but
I'm having a really hard time today.
Calm, sarcasm, anger, hatred, rage, predation. Let's go!
Functioning.
Functioning.
I'm really getting scared lately.
I'm scared of all the bad people making fun of me. We're boo fucking who? I would tell you to grow up, Shanny, but given the situation, that would be redundant. I mean, I kind of said this earlier with do you really believe she cares about her kids? What? Oh, I gotta see this. I gotta find out where this. I mean, I know it's on Gman's channel, but there are plenty other Gman channels that aren't even related to Gary. I mean, where do I start? Do I type in G space man? I could try.
Like bad scared. Like
You don't see the tears Do you? I don't see any tears. Watch.
My hip is not moving very well. I think I'm gonna have to go to the hospital, and at the same time, I don't want to go to the hospital because it's so overrun.
My fibro. Oh God. Oh dear Lord. Why do you do this to us? Why do you think that for just 1 second we're gonna feel sorry for you?
And I don't want to get COVID.
I don't want to get COVID.
But my hip is so bad.
Don't believe in a word she says.
So bad, and I'm worried about money.
And I'm worried about money.
Rent and paying it and being disabled. Like I never like
I don't see any tears coming down her face. You know that this is bullshit when you don't see the tears.
it's 3-4 years ago when I was with Chris, I was working and I was trying to do my best. Yeah, the pain was really bad.
I don't see the tear. Her hip is probably bad. Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I probably could have been a month ago, but it's fine, Sabella. I mean, it's fine, Sabella. I'm pretty sure. But what I'm looking for is the recent shit that went on Gman's channel earlier today. The one where Black Eye TV was covering it. That's the one I'm looking for. The one where Miss Parker came on. The one where he was trying to like argue about race and all that bullshit, which I probably would not want to watch because again, it's just senseless bullshit and I don't want to waste my fucking time listening to an idiot ramble on and on about how all atheists are evil. Give me a fucking break, Gary. The reason why nobody takes you seriously is because you lie all the fucking time. And I know you're gonna make, and I know, yes, you don't allow swearing on your channel. Well, if it's not Shanny, you don't allow it. But if it's Shanny, it's okay because she's your queen. She's the person that owns you. Give me a break.
It was really bad. And I started falling down a lot and hurting myself a lot.
That's because you're morbidly obese. Your bones can't take that much mass. And I know that's a mean-spirited joke, but it's true. I'm surprised they didn't chop your I'm surprised they didn't chop your legs off.
I lost Chris because of it. He wanted someone healthy. He didn't want
Oh, so now you're saying that the reason why Chris left you was because you were overweight. I thought it was because the trolls broke up your marriage. Which is it, Shanny? Did Chris leave you because you were overweight? Or did Was it the trolls? Or was it the fact that you were disloyal and tried to kill his brother?
Want to take care of someone for the rest of his life. I understand that. But it's like I was getting sick and no one fucking cared. No one fucking cared if I got sick. No one cared. Every day was worse for me, and I was like, I'm so fucking bad right now. Like I can't move my fucking hip. It hurts so fucking bad.
Hold on, I'm gonna type in the URL because I can't. I'm gonna leave the URL for the video so that I can. Oh, sorry. You know what, I'm gonna go in the. You might want to send it in. Oh wait, no. I think I can take care of it. Oh, this is the one. Oh, looks like we're gonna. Oh, looks like it's gonna be a 2-for-1 special. After this, I'm gonna be looking at the video.
And I've been taking the leave, and I've been smoking weed, trying to get it out of my system, and it just won't go away. I just
thank you, Yato God, for for sharing the link. I mean, thank you for Yato God for sharing the link. I mean, you're a real trooper. You're a real lifesaver, Yato God.
Get in this position where you're so fucking disabled.
Shanny, you could apply for disability checks, and you don't have to worry about having to worry about where your money is going, because once Rev's money is gone, you can have your own monthly tugboat. I mean, doesn't that sound nice, Shanny? That you can just earn money just by sitting on your. I'm not gonna go there. But still, even though it's gonna be sad to see where the taxpayers' money is gonna go to. Yes, I do want to know, is it right? Should Ramen in the Corn's in the chat if you think Shanny should apply for disability.
You can't work. And you're scared.
Okay, I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this pity party. Let's go on to the real show. That was not. I had enough of that. Yep, that's the one. Let's get serious. I'm not going to beat around the bush.
Damage. Efficient, according to the plate manic Hollywood so
evolution is our distance their person that
I'm not going to go around because it's not something. I'm not going to play the rest of this shit because it's obvious.
Stop running on
Edition of Preaching to the Choir Ministry.
Oh shit.
Friendly advice.
Hey, yeah, yo. Yo, horns in the chat if you think Gman should start wearing a wig. Let me see if I can get that shit back on fleek, because this is gonna be fun. Horns in the chat if you think G-Man looks good in a wig.
Stop running on automatic and please still think.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Preaching.
I mean, what was the point of him wearing a wig in the first place? It's Corns in the chat.
Preaching to the Choir.
Corns in the chat if you want G-Man to start doing streams in a wig. If you think G-Man's trying to compensate for something.
Ministries. Guys, today we got to do a show today that's going to be really touchy today because there's a lot of things that's going.
I'm still laughing at the fact that he looks like he. This is the picture of someone who looks like he smelled Shanny's ass.
Going on in this community.
Shanny's moist ass. This is the face of someone who has his face so far up Shanny's moist ass.
That needs to be addressed. The things that need to be addressed in this community has to deal with racism and people thinking it's funny to be that way.
Oh my god. That was funny when he wore the wig. I mean, this guy is mentally unhinged, but combined together, Shanny, Rev, G-Man, you do know why I have a thumbnail where I photoshopped all three of their heads on King Ghidorah. Because that's basic.
It's going to be really interesting to talk about this today. If anybody wants a link to come in here to talk about this, I'll give you a link later on. I'm going to have some guests in here. I told them that I kind of want to be here by myself in the beginning.
Maybe I should start going on with that shit. But you do know why I wanted to look for this video, because it's so freaking juicy that, of course, later on in the stream, we all know the reason why I couldn't spare watching it on other people's streams is because I want to rip into this idiot for believing in everything the cow, the whale, and her simp are spewing. He's a parrot. That's basically what G-Man is. He's a fucking parrot.
Then we're going to actually get into this. There are some things going on in this community that needs to be talked about. When I say this community, I'm referring to our YouTube community. I know for the most part on this channel, you hear me talking about the Hebrew Israelites, but you got to remember, before I was talking about the Hebrew Israelites, I was digging into those atheists. Now,
well, technically, G-Man, anyone who isn't a Christian is important to him, because to him, anyone who doesn't abide by his by his standards of Christianity is automatically an atheist. And I tried to get him to come on my channel. Well, actually, no. I tried to go on his channel to explain to G-Man. I mean, G-Man's never met me. And that's a given, because honestly, if you've ever tried to come at me, or if you next time, if you try to like boot me off your stream, you better be prepared for what is about to come, you you pigeon-brained numbskull.
Usually I would deal with a topic like this on my GTV channel. Yes, I have another channel called GTV. I would normally deal with this over there, but I believe that this is so important that we need to talk about this on this channel, since I know a lot of minorities watch my YouTube channel. Unfortunately, on the other channel, there are minorities watching that channel, and they actually support this kind of behavior.
Honestly, how incompetent are people? Why do people Gman, Lita for Christ? Oh, sorry.
And this is why we need to talk about this, and these people need to be exposed. If you don't know what I'm talking about, for some odd reason or whatever, and we're going to get into why and everything, the atheist community thinks it's okay to throw around the N-word like it's okay.
Oh my God. You are really that clueless, are you? You think that atheists give a damn about your fifis? No! They know the reason why the reason why Black Guy TV and Mrs. Parker and the other people on the panel were saying the N-word was because they are basically proving a point that it's the right to say that word because, of course, they are of a minority and they have every right to use that word, even though I prefer that they use nuka instead of that particular word, which is funny. This nuka is crazy. How does he get 500 views? They're possibly trolls watching him because honestly, or he usually buys the views with whatever money Shanny gives him.
They think it's okay to display racist behavior and to be racist here on the internet and think that there's nothing wrong with it. They are unrepentant about it. They are unsorry about this. And they believe that it's funny and it's cool. And you are going to hear some things on this YouTube channel that you probably never heard before. And you're going to hear some atheists laughing at it, thinking it's funny. You know what I mean? So we're going to talk about this. I'm going to invite some people in here who's used the word in the past. And like I said, we're going to talk about some things.
I am going to skip over whatever bullshit he has on here because it doesn't really hold water to the shit fest that transpired earlier because because it doesn't matter.
And these things need to be talked about because these people are trying to destroy people's characters and reputations on the internet without understanding that they're playing with fire right now. And a lot of, I expect Black people who are watching this to be very angry. I expect Hispanic people who's going to watch this to be very angry.
I'm already angry, G-Man, and I don't need to watch some bullshit video from a decade ago to get upset because it doesn't matter. All your arguments are invalid, you dunderhead. You dim-witted, no eyebrow, pea-brained, ignorant, sad, lonely man. I suggest you get your head out of Shanny's moist ass, you insufferable, ungrateful, ignorant, self-righteous, insolent little worm.
I expect my
He does look like he does look like someone who might have some disability with that look. Look at that look. Sorry. I can't stop. Please, someone, for the love of God, if anyone is watching this, get a screen cap of these and post. Please, for the love of God, get a screen cap of these amazing shots because it's a riot.
My Christian audience to be very angry when they see this.
Christian audience. You're not the best example of a real Christian. Honestly, if I were to show your channel to an actual pastor, an actual Christian pastor, he would be appalled because he knows that's not how a Christian acts. You, Shanny, Rev, and all these ignorant fools, you people are just nothing more than fake Christians who think that they are above everyone else.
But we're going to talk about the solutions, how they're breaking the law, and what you can actually do to report these people for doing these kind of things. And I am not talking about flagging channels. No.
Yes, you are, you idiot. You are arguing about flagging channels. I mean, for God's sakes, how many times have you tried to take down Black Guy TV and Dragnot Silvas? How many times have you tried to sue Google? How many times have you slandered Burnt Toast, Jules, my bride, my Yoshi wife's Jules, and other people for speaking about how stupid your opinions are? Because how many times have you threatened to get Secular Opinions channel removed? I mean, that guy has had several strikes. And honestly, why do you even care about what people think of when it comes to Shanny using the N-word? I mean, honestly, you really have to have a very low IQ to actually think about being friends with that monster and her pet. I'm not calling Jason her husband. I'm calling Jason or Rev or the Reverend dude. Jason is nothing but a pet to Shanny, a possession.
There's a much better way with dealing with these people where you don't need their names. All you need to find is their YouTube channels, and the government will take care of the rest. I assure you of that. They are breaking the law, and I'm going to show you why.
Of course, Shanny's not the only one that has made videos which show that they're insane. Gman also is guilty of this too. Numerous videos where Shanny throws random bitch fits over the most trivial things. Against trolls, against fans, against other content creators. Shanny, Rev, and Gman have threatened to bring in the police, detectives, and the FBI. They must believe that if you call the cops over trivial bullshit on the internet, they have an obligation to automatically snap an action and help them out. No. That's not how this works, Gary. It never fucking will work like the way you want to work.
Now, with that being said, guys, we need to go over some history here.
Not gonna go into full detail about this. I'm just gonna show the part where Rev comes on.
What's up, man? What's going on? And he supports the return of slavery. You probably know on the Atheist Experience, Matt Dillahunty acts like he's the champion of
Matt Dillahunty. Who gives a flying fuck about what you think of Matt Dillahunty? Oh my God, this guy obsesses over Matt Dillahunty more than he obsesses over Dragnot. What does he have to do with this bullshit?
What goes on in the black community, and he goes out there and says that the God of the Bible condones slavery. A lot of you know this, right? What Matt Dillahunty will not tell you is
stop bringing. I shouldn't be telling him to stop bringing up Matt Dillahunty, because we all know that I can't stop bringing up Christian whenever I talk about Shanny. But, he sent a link out to his StreamYards. Aw, that is so sweet. I wish I would have gone in under a different pseudonym. Maybe something that goes like, maybe a pseudonym that probably should warrant any invite, such as, I don't know, God Incarnate. But if Shanny was going to be in there, she's going to tell Gman to block that person because that person is evil. They're all evil, Rev. Gman.
is that he condones the idea of slavery, at least when it's in the form of punishment. Hence the prison system. It's right there in the Constitution. It says that if you have broken the law, then there's nothing wrong with it. It's right there in the Constitution. And he supports it, but he asks news. The link, here we go. He is in the live chat. Click on it. Come in. So anyway, Revelation News. The link is in the live chat. Click on it. Come in.
There's the Reverend Dude. The Reverend Dude. Yes, there's the Reverend Dude. Oh my God. This is the guy, Jason Avocado, Jason Weston Chandler, the Reverend Dude, actually thinks that Cyberpunk 2077 is a good game. Why am I sounding like this?
Here we go. What's up, man? What's going on?
Hey, look. It's Kid Rock's understudy.
Before you say anything, Revelation,
it's Kid Rock's understudy.
This is the husband of Shanny for Christ. All right. Are you there, Rev? Okay, cool. So this is the husband of Shanny for Christ.
Aw, he put his Cash App as his username. Okay, why am I sounding like a... Aw, he put his Cash App as his username.
Shanny for Christ did use the N-word against me in anger. I forgave Shanny. I showed you the scripture where it says that if they repent and they come to me 7 times, then I'm supposed to forgive them. I showed you the scripture. These atheists aren't sorry about nothing that they're saying.
You forget. No, it's not the fact that Shanny calls you the N-word. It's the fact that she thinks that it's okay for her to use the N-word because she claims that she's trying to have it lose its meaning. She called Life of a Free Spirit the N-word. She called Charlie Gold the N-word. Hell, she even called Dragnot Silvas the N-word. And she even admitted to Jules that she uses the N-word to trigger people like us. So why would you forgive her for being openly racist? Then again, Shanny hates all humans, not just you, not just the Geek Room, but not just Dragnot, not just Black Eyed TV, or Mrs. Parker, or Jules Tells All, or Burnt Toast, but everyone in the world, because everyone is evil to her. Excuse me.
Go ahead, Rev. How you doing?
I'm not doing bad. You hear me okay, brother?
Brothers from another mother. No. Shanny has used the N-word lots of times. Disgusting. Don't you mean disgust in? You forgot to take out the G, Lynn. He looks like a billy goat. Rev looks like a billy goat. You're right. You're right, Yato. He does look like a billy goat. Meh. Can someone like take? Hey, Yato, do you think you can get a screen cap of this face and like put it next to a billy goat, a picture of a billy goat, and put lookalikes or something? You know that whole lookalike meme?
Loud and clear. Could you do me a favor and let my main audience know just how serious all of this is getting with the troublemakers here on the internet?
Yes, we are the troublemakers.
I need to be called out on it.
Well, the main reason that it needs to be taken very seriously now is that the harassment has led to actual action on the part of people that are affected by it, i.e. suicide attempts.
We're still going with that story that Shanny attempted suicide all because people were calling her out for using the N-word. No further question.
That's what makes it a different level, G-Man, because I have talked to the FBI.
Again, I talked to the FBI. Again, they think. Prove it.
I have mentioned certain channels, and they are all in an open case now. Being investigated. That's the truth.
Again, against other content creators, against trolls, and against their fans and viewers, these people have threatened to bring in the police, detectives, and the FBI. Again, Shanny and Rev must believe that if you call the police over trivial bullshit on the internet, especially on YouTube, they must automatically snap an action and help you out. I'm sorry, Jason. Nothing can be done on the internet that would warrant any police investigation. I'm sorry, my man. That's not how this works.
What I can tell you is that when the amount of and it's targeted, right?
Targeted. Targeted. Shanny is targeted. She's a targeted citizen. It's them glow-in-the-dark people that have been going after her. How many fucks I give about her fake-ass suicide attempt after she was trying to do that to me when she was mocking my going blind and laughing about it and said it'd be funny if I cried. Or, yeah. Again. She's not one to talk. When she actually made fun of people for having a lot of... That's my point, Sabella. This woman is mentally ill. And I know a lot of people are going to say, it's not a mental illness, it's her borderline person. Now, before anyone says it is not a mental illness, it is her borderline personality disorder, I don't want to fucking hear it. Because that's one of the things that pisses me off about Shanny, is that she would go and use her condition. Hey, Ellie Dean, how are you doing?
It's targeted, G-Man.
Targeted.
So
more like targeted.
That's what changes this, because they're thinking that it's going to be fine. They're thinking that nothing's going to happen with this investigation, and they're wrong.
They're wrong. Oh, dear Lord. Jason, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I keep saying this, and I will repeat this. Again, I wrote this down. nothing is going to be done about it. It's not going to go anywhere. This quote unquote investigation is not going anywhere. There's nothing you or Shanny or even Gman can do that would warrant any police investigation. Why can't you get that through your thick skull, that wet brain? Why can't you get that through your thick skull, you wet brain troglodyte?
That the FBI has assured me that every single person that has engaged in targeted harassment on my wife, their IPs have been logged already.
Their IPs? Oh my God, you are so fucking dumb. Jason, wouldn't it be easier if you could go find a hacker?
Good.
Or wouldn't it be easier if you can wouldn't it be easier if you went on video and said that you're thinking about putting some people into the red room? And if you don't know what the red room is, it's basically one of those. It's basically some urban legend from Japan. It's basically a creepypasta that Jason probably read and thought was legit.
Good. Hey, Rev, you're gonna find this to be interesting. We got our first guest on here, and guess who it is?
Yeah, that is the thing. They do think that people are stupid. He sounds like Vaughn with that crap. Yes, Lynn. Jason is basically turned slow. That Von Helton is basically Jason from the future, if you can believe that. I mean, dude, Jason did try to go with that whole Christian sorcerer bullshit. I mean, I'm looking forward to when Jason starts claiming that he was the inspiration for the Punisher, or that he was the inspiration for the Joker. I mean, it's not far-fetched for Jason to claim that he's the Joker. Once Shanny
is Miss Parker. Miss Parker.
Oh,
Now,
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Parker. Miss Parker is funny as hell. And oh my God, she is a very cool chick. I loved having our conversations when Atheist Veteran invited her on his channel, and when I was invited to be on his show. Oh my God, we were basically having a ball. We were basically having a good time talking. I mean, we've been exchanging yo mama jokes back and forth, which was such greatness.
Yeah, Miss Parker was throwing around that word too, and I guess that she thinks it was okay for her to use the word.
That's because it's their word. And that's why I keep saying that. That's why the title is Shanny's N-word entitlement. Because again, Shanny is so fucking entitled. She thinks that she owns that word.
Now, I'm going to tell my audience this. I'm not doing this.
And Miss Parker taught me to cop a joke. You know what I mean? I copped that joke. I copped it, which I would let it Black Eyed TV, if it's all right for Black Eyed TV, that if you guys ever start doing like another cringe stream, I want in, because these streams give me life.
On my GTV channel, I'm doing this on purpose on my Gman channel, because I'm going to get preachy.
I cop that. I cop that. Oh my God! If you do another crackhead stream, Black Eyed TV, I want to join in on the laughs, because it's funny just seeing a bunch of crackheads. I mean, then again, Gman does look like a crackhead, don't you think? I thought Rev was Arthur Morgan. Oh my God. Yes, the Arthur Morgan individual. Maybe that's why he has that hat. And that's the thing with these people. That's why. And that's the thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, Yato, you got me there. Reb is gonna. I want to see Reb make a video saying that he was the inspiration for Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption. Like how Von Helton always said that he was the inspiration for the Punisher. I want Reb to say that he was the inspiration for Arthur Morgan from Red Dead. Exactly. Reb does look like a meth addict. And Gman looks like he's been waiting for his next fix on crack cocaine. Then again, most of these lolcows look like they're on some drugs. And what's Shanny on? Look like she looked on. She looked like she's addicted to Big Macs.
I'm gonna go to my fight. So I'm not gonna tolerate that from
They
anybody.
are F-list celebrities.
I don't care what color you.
Yes, Ali Dean, they are. Actually, they're more like F-list lolcows. Again, I keep saying this. They're not celebrities. They're lolcows. F-list lolcows. They're not even good enough to be lolcows.
You are. All right? So I'll bring Miss Parker in here.
Miss Parker.
How are you?
Miss Parker. Hi, Miss Parker. Miss Parker finer than a mother. I love Friday. Rest in peace, Debo.
You remember my name. Thanks.
Okay. So
can I cop her? I copped. Oh my God, Yato God. I'm never gonna forget that joke where you said I caught Miss Parker.
So, tell me this: why were you on a stream on YouTube using the N-word over and over and over again?
Because there's
there are A-list. Yes, you have to have a certain requirement to be an A-list lolcow. They say they're celebrities. Oh yeah, I think I've seen Shanny in a movie once. I think she was one of the monsters that Godzilla fights in the. I think she was one of the monsters that Godzilla. She was one of the monsters that Godzilla fights in the 2014 Godzilla film.
nothing wrong with the N-word, Shanny.
She was also the Death Star in Star Wars, and
He told me.
And by the way, Miss Parker copped the N-word, by the way. She copped the N-word.
Okay. So the reason why you used the word was
because she copped it, G-Man.
Because Shanny told you that there's nothing wrong with the word.
That's the thing.
Yeah, like she used it against you. She's used it against other people. I just want to be like Shanny. That's literally what this is.
Yes. But then again, Miss Parker is much better looking than Shanny. Far better looking than Shanny. And she is such a great person. I mean, she's raised her kids, right? I hope.
I'm literally just trying to live in her shadow.
Okay. So I'm going to mute you for a moment. I want you to listen.
Yeah, she was Ursula. And wasn't Shanny in the Elephant Man? I mean, she was basically the head of the Elephant Man.
Here for a moment, because that is the.
I thought Shanny was in the Elephant Man, more like Elephant, because she was the elephant.
Thing I ever heard in my life. All right. So here's the thing now. Okay. Yes, Shanny for Christ and Revelation News confirmed it.
Yes, Miss Parker is the hero that YouTube deserves and needs right now. And she is funny as hell. We need more people like Miss Parker on this platform to laugh at idiots, to laugh at crackheads and MAGA supporters.
and a lot of my audience sees this. I want you guys to pay attention here because she's one of the people that I'm talking about, guys.
Yes, Miss Parker is a damn dirty troll, according to Gman.
Okay, so when I show you the legalities about what you can do, remember, she admitted it.
I'm sorry, Yato. I thought you copped Miss Parker.
She can't go to a lawyer and say she never said it or anything like that, right? So anyway, Miss Parker, Shanny for Christ said it. She owned it, admitted it, and
she copped it. But Miss Parker copped the N-word, G-Man. And I'm going to start, I think I might have to do those cringe compilation videos one of these days, whenever I get the time. Maybe that shall be my next Looney Bin stream. Is the one called Crackhead Energy.
And then repented.
Repent!
Revelation News.
Repent! And thou shalt be saved.
What did Shanny for Christ recently say regarding the topic about whether or not a person should use the word or not?
Well,
yeah, if she said that if I can't use the N-word, no one should use the N-word because I'm entitled to using the N-word. If I can't then why should anyone else use it? If it's because you're Caucasian, you dumb bitch.
Of the same opinion.
By the way, I love the poster. I love the background. I love Miss Parker's background. It's a whole lot better than Rev's, and it's a whole lot better than G-Man's. That's for sure.
As my wife, that it should never be used, period.
Yes. Because, of course, Jason, if Shanny can't use the N-word, then no one can. Because Shanny's entitled to the N-word. So, kind of like how Lucas is entitled to an 18-year-old.
Right. And just to be clear, so that my audience understands this, that when when Shanny used it, Shanny was angry at me. We was having a back and forth over the house.
Yes.
It was feeling.
No, it's because the reason why is because that's the excuse she used on you, is because the reason why she was using the N-word was because of Charlie Gold and Life of a Free Spirit. Because back then, Shanny was a big supporter of Chantel Marie and Amberlynn Reed. In fact, Shanny saw a whole lot of herself in Chantel Marie. More like she wants to get inside Chantel Marie, if you know what I mean. Yes, Shanny wanted to fuck Chantel Marie.
Over lack of trust with each other and all of those things and whatnot.
Yeah,
right?
and I'll be straight up honest with everybody involved. Okay, I've repented to Christ of how I acted back then. I was disgusting.
Yeah, but you're still a piece of shit. It doesn't matter if you quote unquote repented over the usage of the N-word. It matters that you are. It's still. Why am I arguing with this bumbling moron? You know goddamn well that this shit isn't gonna go anywhere because, honestly, why should I listen to what Rev has to say? I mean, it's obvious that everything Rev says is because Shanny told her to say this shit. I mean, Shanny told, it suits her, because actually, Rev is not a real man. He's a bitch. A little bitch. He's a girly man. And I want it to be known that on this day, we should misgender Jason.
I had a username in the chat room that was called Gary's Massa. I mean, it was disgusting.
Disgust in. Well, technically, it does suit you. I mean, for God's sake, Shanny had a rooster that she named, a black rooster that she named Gary.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
And I repent of it, and I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know, I appreciate that, Rev.
I'm sorry, Walker. I'm not finished yet. I'll let you talk. I promise.
Of course, you won't let anyone talk because you are better than everyone on this platform. Everyone except me, because I am better than you, because I rule over this land. I am your king, and you will obey me. Okay, that sounded a little too much, but I am the king. Gary, I'm the king here. I'm the king of YouTube. I'm the king of the drama community. So I'd suggest you get down, get your head out of Shanny's, get yours and Rev's head out of Shanny's crusty anus and kneel before your new king.
I'll give you your chance to talk. Just be patient. All right. You can't do that on my channel. You can go do that on his atheist channels, but not mine. All right. So here's the thing now, okay? Do you guys hear the difference between Miss Parker and Shanny for Christ and Rev?
Yes, there's a great difference. Miss Parker's much nicer than you. Miss Parker is much nicer to people. When Miss Parker is funny as hell, she's nice, she's a sweetheart, and she provides much humor than either Shanny or Rev. You, Gman, you, Jason, and Shanny are basically a three-headed jackass.
One has repented and the other hasn't. She thinks it's okay to do that. Shanny for Christ doesn't. What repent means, Miss Parker, is so you get.
Exactly. I'm the captain now. Saying you're sorry doesn't erase the fact that you're still a racist. Well, technically, that's not them being racist. That's not the real Shanny and Jason being racist. That's the other Shanny and Jason being racist. The one from the other dimension, the evil dimension. I want Shanny and Rev to actually believe that there's a dimension where there is an evil version of them, and they can use that as an excuse. That way, because Shanny is so freaking crazy to the point, well, she'll believe in anything that will alleviate her from personal responsibility.
A little bit of an education. What that means is to stop doing what you're doing and to turn to God.
Dude.
You don't know God.
Have you met God before?
You don't know Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. And anybody who comes on this YouTube channel claiming that they know Christ as their Savior and coming on here doing that, you're going to get that work today, honey. Trust me. Because I'll open up my Bible and I'll show you how you're not one.
You mean that Old Testament King James bullshit?
All right? So, Miss Parker, are you sorry for using those words?
Why should she be sorry for using the N-word? I mean, for God's sakes, you gibbering oaf. You blithering oaf. Sorry, you blithering dunderhead. Why should Miss Parker feel sorry for using the N-word? I mean, you see the difference in complexion here? Why should she feel sorry? I mean, she's funnier than you, and the fact that I don't mean to sound racist. I don't like racism. I don't like racism, and I don't think that that word should be used in the hard R context. You can use the A, that's fine, because that's okay for some people on this community. Or you could just say Nuka, because it's funnier. My Nuka. Zeus.
Yes or no?
No.
That's
Okay.
true.
Now earlier you said that the reason
I'll explain. I'll explain if you let me. And also, I wanted to tell Rev.
Hold on a minute. I'm going to give you your chance. I promise.
Of course, he's going to start talking over her. It's obvious that Gman wants to prove that he's better than everyone else just because he is God's anointed, like Shanny and Rev. I mean, for God's sake, Shanny, why don't you give Gman his archangel name if you claim to be deity levels of immunity?
I'm going to give you your chance. All right? But the bottom line is, you just said that you're not sorry for using the N-word. You say you got it from Shanny. Shanny said that it was wrong. And then Shanny said that, and Shanny repented, and so did Rev.
Well, that's the thing. They're trying to cover up the fact that they are openly racist. Even though they don't want to admit it, they're still openly racist. Why can't you get that through your head, Gary?
But you're not sorry for saying it. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to give her 2 minutes to speak her mind.
Do it.
And to explain herself.
You know goddamn well you're not going to give her the time to explain because, honestly, because if she doesn't follow your beliefs, then anyone who doesn't follow your beliefs is automatically an atheist who deserves to burn in the lake of fire. Am I in the ballpark here, Gary? Am I getting close? The only person who should burn in the lake of fire is Shanny. Because she is the living embodiment of all 7 deadly sins. And I don't mean the anime. I mean the actual sins. And I'm a man of God too. I'm a Catholic. And when it comes down to it, it always comes down to the fact that you have to have the faith. You can't use it as a power fantasy or as a tool to justify your actions.
And perhaps this demonic nonsense will make sense to some of us. Ms. Parker, unmute. You got 2 minutes. Go ahead.
I really appreciate that.
Dark Angel the Ashy. Oh my God, Aries. I was thinking of the long line of Gabriel. I mean, Shanny's Sandalphon and Jason's Metatron. Why can't G-Man be Gabriel? Or Michael? Or Saint Michael? Or Uriel? Why do I know all these? And no, that's not because of Supernatural, but because of Ghost Rider. Yes, I got those names from Ghost Rider, the comic book, not the movies with Nicolas Cage. Which I hear he's coming back as Ghost Rider, and I'm looking forward to seeing that again because I don't think anyone can ever play that part better than Nick Cage. Aside from the guy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But that's a different Ghost Rider and not the one from the movies.
One, I did want to just start off, let Rev know I really do appreciate you acknowledging that you know it was bad and it sucks, okay? That word hurts a lot of people.
That is true. That word does hurt a lot of people. The hard R, yes, that would hurt a lot. That does hurt a lot of people. But do you know what else hurts a lot of people? Physical violence. And of course, we all know damn well that Shanny is always physical violent towards Rev. And she is known to be aggressive towards anyone who comes across her, even though she has claimed to be immobile and disabled. but that doesn't stop her from striking people. I mean, enacting threatening physical violence towards people, that hurts too.
So I appreciate you participating in this conversation with me. Seriously, I do. Love you to pieces.
I love you too, Miss Parker. You are finer than a money sucker. Okay, maybe that didn't sound right, but you're a great person, and you have my utmost respect. You're a sweet and loving person. And you are funny as hell. I mean, I look forward to seeing the next episode of Lady of Lols because I love the first episode of Lady of Lols. And I look forward to seeing more from you girls, you and Ella and Lola. I look forward to seeing more of you because, oh my God, you girls are naturally funny. Unlike Shanny. Hell, you might even be the new Hannibal and Monty. But then again, Monty produces the show, and I am so glad I don't have this on. It is godly. It is a good first show, and I look forward to seeing more from these ladies, these lovely ladies. And I would look forward to seeing I would like to see more of them on Hannibal and Monty. I mean, oh my God. I love the fact that they always like to give Monty a hard time, especially when he would wear that Negan jacket. Oh my God. I kept making jokes about Monty looking like the Predator going through a midlife crisis.
When it comes to Shanny, I don't hate Shanny. I don't hate your wife. I don't. What I'm doing is pointing out the hypocrisy of what happens repeatedly.
They're not really married, Miss Parker. They're not really married. So you don't have to worry about. He's basically a live-in boyfriend, but common law marriages are known in Colorado, but I digress. They're not actually married. I don't see so you don't have to worry.
And if you follow it, you can kind of see what I'm doing. So I'm pointing out the fact that there's a woman here, a Caucasian woman, who is choosing to say it once out of anger. A few times she said it with love. She said it because of whatever reason, right? She had a bunch of different reasons for saying it. So I used it in those same contexts towards her.
It's like, I mean, I would replace that word with Zeus. Zeus. You know, Nuka Zeus. Which reminds me, I'm thinking about doing a stream on Nuka Zeus. And I mean, I might cover some of his early shit before the tanning injections. That might be my next episode on the Looney Bin is Nuka Zeus. A guy who claims to be black. Maybe I'll do one on Wovicki.
Now her feelings are hurt. And I hope she understands why that word hurts people.
Amen,
and why
Yano.
it's not okay to use. And at the end of the day, this was really just a very long thought experiment. I appreciate everybody for participating.
No.
This starts a conversation.
So basically what you're saying is, if Shanny for Christ went outside and shot somebody, you think that the best way to teach somebody not to shoot somebody is for you to go get a gun and to go shoot somebody then.
I hate the fact that Gman always likes to turn things around and say, if Shanny does this, you think it's okay to do this? If Shanny were ever to rob a bank, you think it's okay to rob a bank? No, dumbass. She's saying that if Shanny could use the N-word, then why can't she? don't you understand, G-Man, that Shanny is under the impression that she actually owns that word. It's hers. It's a copyrighted word for her.
Right? Is that what you're saying? So what you're saying is, let's say, for example, we got a bald-headed, four-eyed, racist enabler.
Why would you want to shoot people?
Wait. Hold on a minute. Let's say we got this bald-headed, four-eyed, bearded, race enabler named Drag, right?
Of course, it won't be. It's not a G-Man string without having to mention the Dragon Lord Brokenut Silvus as what he refers to him. I mean, dude, the shirtless wonder, the light-skinned panty dropper, who demands the titty pics and lobster bisque.
Right? Who went around dot dropping people and talking about people's personal information. So you approve of people actually using that same style of
because, Allie Dean, it's because Shanny owns that word. It belongs to her and her alone. No one should ever use the N-word except Shanny. That's what she believes. That's what Shanny actually believes. She actually believes that she owns the N-word. He never makes any sense. That's true, Lynn. It's obvious that G-Man is trying to make Miss Parker look like the villain here. And he's failing at it miserably. But that's not the infuriating part. The infuriating part comes after Shanny comes on.
Style against him in order to get him to stop, right?
I think you're conflating arguments.
I'm not conflating arguments.
Anyway, this is going nowhere. So I'm just going to show the picture of the monkey.
Yeah, if you went back, would you have said,
yeah, yeah. All right. G-Man, it's time for you to reject humanity. Reject humanity and return to monkey. Reject humanity. Exactly, because G-Man worships Shanny because Shanny is basically his owner. She's his black rooster. He's her black rooster. He's her black chicken. I love that. The fact.
Would you? Oh my God.
Oh my God. The monkey threw me off.
Would you have said something differently to her? Yeah, like, would you apologize to her now for
I see the resemblance between the monkey and G-Man. Yes, they started racism. They started the race war that is going on ever since. Yes, they were the ones that started the riots in Michigan. Yes, Black Eye TV and Miss Parker were the ones that started the riots in Washington.
those? They were pretty rough words, kind of, though.
And yes, they call G-Man a monkey. Actually, no. Drace is the one who calls him a monkey.
I want Shanny to get help.
I do too. But Miss Parker, you have to understand, Shanny is beyond help. And you have to, and that's what I always say to people. Shanny is beyond help.
I believe that everyone has been, you're her husband, right?
Yes.
You love her with all your heart.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's basically what yeah. They tried to kidnap, and they tried to murder G-Man in his sleep, in his dreams. We all know that Hashtag blame Black Guy TV and blame hashtag blame Black Guy TV and hashtag blame Miss Parker. Horns in the chat if you think Gman looks like a monkey. Okay, maybe no, actually, no, that is accurate. I mean, I know that sounds racist, but Horns in the chat if you think that this is the ideal woman for G-Man. Okay, that does sound racist, but I'm not the old. But then again, we all come from monkeys. We all come from monkeys. I mean, we basically scratch our ass. We basically eat bananas. We basically pick hair off our heads. So we're all monkeys. Except we all, I think it's best that we all should reject humanity and return to monkey. But personally, there are some people who are lizard. So they can go back to lizard. I'm looking at, yes, and I'm talking about Hillary Clinton and Mark Zuckerberg.
Nice to her, correct?
I try my best all the time, yes.
Exactly. You give her all the love. Her mother at one point in time loved her. I do believe her mother loves her. I know her.
I do believe Betty still loves Shanny, but honestly, I don't think Shanny knows what love is. She confuses love. She confuses sympathy. Not sympathy. She confuses pity for love. And that's something you need to understand is Shanny thinks that pity is love and validation.
Kids love her. I know she's surrounded by love and kindness. She doesn't realize that, but I know that.
Okay.
I'm not going to be nice.
Actually, I would, but I was made by Gaia. I was made by the dinosaur, the big titty, but I was made by the big titty dinosaur goddess. But I was made by a giant woman, but I was created by a giant woman with big titties with nipples the size of football stadiums. And her name was Gaia, who basically created all the other kaiju. Exactly. She doesn't act like she loves her kids. That's what I think. That is hot. This human. No, I'm talking about Mother Nature, Allie Dean. I'm talking about Mother Nature, the actual Mother Nature, the Mother Earth, Mother Goddess Gaia. No, I'm talking about the Mother Goddess Gaia who basically created the kaiju that existed before us, that existed before man. That's right. I'm actually her son, Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Now I'm just messing. But yeah, do you remember the whole... That's one of the things, but I'm just kidding. But there is a term called the Gaia theory where everything that's going on, the weather, the earth, the climate, it's all done by the will of Gaia. And yes, Gaia, in my mythos, Gaia has two forms. The giant naked goddess and the dinosaur. And now here we have the abomination, the kaiju that was featured in one of Godzilla's... It's one of Godzilla's rivals right here. Here's one of Godzilla's rivals. The blob monster. And the simp.
Well, I want her to. Kids love her.
This is King. I don't think Gman is related to King Kong.
I know she's surrounded by love and kindness. She doesn't realize that, but I know that.
Okay.
I'm not going to be nice.
She does.
Well, I want her to. At the end.
I know that was a bad joke. That was a bad joke, but it's funny. That's going to be one of the biggest inside jokes for Godzilla versus the world. And by the way, G-Man, there's only one god, and he basically is a fire-breathing dinosaur that tramples over people in Colorado, Japan, and fights giant monkeys and three-headed dragons. And he's the avatar I'm using because yeah, you have the bad jokes. I know. You're all right, Allie Dean. You're all right.
End of the day, hey, Shanny, sweetie.
Listen,
and I get it.
Listen, shut up.
I know that.
What did she say?
Okay.
I'm not going to be nice.
She does.
Well, I want her to. At the end of the day, hey, Shanny, sweetie.
Listen,
and I get it.
Listen,
I get it.
shut up.
I
Shut her up.
get it.
In
You're
your
angry.
Shut up, you shithead. Shut up, shithead. There she goes.
Something to say. Because she's fucking stupid.
Wait. Okay, Shanny, you can say what you got to say, Shanny, but no cussing. Channel. No cussing.
I have been getting help for years. You don't know that because all you listening to is stupid drama channels who keep saying I don't get fucking help.
Court-mandated therapy isn't help, you malignant tumor. And you lie to the therapists all the time. And yeah, she does get help. Her court-mandated therapy told her court-mandated therapist. Court-mandated therapy doesn't constitute as actual therapy. You dumb bitch. I'm going to keep calling Shanny a dumb bitch throughout this entire thing.
Okay.
I'm constantly getting help. The only problem is you're dealing with someone who literally has a mental illness. It doesn't go away. You live with it forever. And you're too stupid to realize it in the mind. And you're too freaking ignorant in your mind to realize and actually be a human being and be like, wait, maybe I shouldn't talk about something I know nothing about.
Again! Shanny. You shouldn't, Shanny. I'm sorry, I have to do this. You can't go on and claim that because you have a mental illness, it excuses you for the burden. That's not how mental illnesses work, you dumb whale of a woman. You can't go around using your condition as an excuse to alleviate yourself of personal responsibilities. That's not how this works, you idiot.
You know nothing.
I said I was gonna go. I said I was gonna let loose, and I am letting loose, folks. I am gonna go fucking livid on this piece of human trash.
Nothing about my life other than what you hear on stupid drama channels. And most of what they say is wrong because I don't talk about my personal life. They believe in their stupid heads just because I don't talk about what I'm going through means I don't go through it at all.
You post about it every goddamn day of your life for the last 6 years. Almost 6 years. Well, actually, almost 7 years. Almost 7 years since you've been on the internet. And you've gotten so much worse since then. You are more insane than you already are. And you think that you're going to complain and cry and act like a poor victim, it automatically constitutes as garnering pity from other people. That's why you're always on here, is because you want the attention. You want people to feel sorry for you, you ugly mother blob of a human. You are ugly inside and out. You're the evil person, Shanny.
Jason, can you please just tell them I have been going to therapy for years since you've known me?
Yeah, I was actually going to say to Mrs. Parker that she is in ongoing treatment.
Court mandated therapy isn't considered ongoing treatment. For God's sakes, I've had a phone conversation with my doctor, who is an actual therapist. I have to keep up to date on my mental health with him whenever I have an appointment on the phone, because COVID is still running rampant. But once that shit goes away, everything will be better. But the fact is this. The reason why Shanny was on court was undergoing, screw calling court mandated therapy. I'm calling it what it is. Shanny was put on a therapeutic docket after she was arrested for hitting Rev. That's what this is. Stop calling it court mandated therapy. It was a therapeutic docket that she was put on. Exactly. Yes, she was. No doubt she is jealous of Miss Parker. Because honestly, she does. Every time Rev talks to another girl, Shanny gets extremely jealous. Like I said, she's a yandere. And we all know that yanderes are insanely jealous when their quote-unquote senpai talks to other girls. And they will go as far as to even kill the competition. Shanny looks like she wants to kill Miss Parker. Oh, sorry.
She is.
Yeah, but you didn't know that, did you? But you blurted it out to a bunch of people and lied to them, talking about something you clearly know nothing about.
You know nothing about mental health. You just use it as an excuse. Hell, your mother has confirmed that you didn't want to get help. You say you've been getting help, but according to what your mother said, you chose not to get help. Instead, you decided to use mental illness as an excuse for your shitty behavior.
Can I get an apology that you lied about me and you gave people a misdirection of where I am?
Donate to Jules's Ho Fund. Donate to my bride's Ho Fund. My chubby little Yoshi waifu. Whatever. Yes, Jules. As of now, Jules is considered waifu material. Donate so that you can fact to body pillows of chubby Yoshis.
In my life.
What did I lie about? What did I lie about?
Okay. All right.
Hashtag donate to the Ho Fund. Jules's Ho Fund. If you're lucky, you get the commemorable chubby Yoshi body pillow that you can parade around on your YouTube channel.
wasn't getting therapy. I wasn't getting help.
You weren't getting help. Oh, come. You chose not to get help. The reason why you're in therapy was because you hit Rev. And because of that, you were placed on a therapeutic docket.
Thank you for that, lady.
Oh my God.
I
Okay,
have
okay,
no.
okay, guys.
You're a fucking liar. That's what you're a liar. And you lied about me. And you keep trying to make people think I'm something that I'm not.
Well, you are that person. You are a monster, Shanny. Bitch, please. You and Rev look like you belong in The Hills Have Eyes. You two look like you belong in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
And I'm tired of it. And there's a time, Gman, there is a time where I am tired of being lied about.
Right.
Look at her fake tears. I was hoping that Shanny would show her scars, her wrist scars, because her wrist scars that you can't even see, because we all know how many times Shanny has gone on to claim that, oh, I've been cutting my wrist because of you mean people, because you won't let me be. And I come in to say, well, I hate to disappoint you, Shanny, but all the shit that's going on in your life is your own damn fault.
Right, and I'm gonna deal with it right now. So
She lied about me. She goes around with other people who do nothing.
All right. So,
what have we lied about? What have we lied about? Correct me if I'm wrong, but Shanny, you're the one who's lying about people all the time. And all this is that you just want an echo chamber where people can take pity on you and kiss your ass. You just want an echo chamber.
So let me address that then. Miss Parker, how many times have you
I've gone to therapy for years too.
Okay, Shanny, 1 second, Shanny, okay.
Because, well, Lynn, because Shanny pays him. Shanny literally owns Gman. That's why Gman will defend Shanny, is because she owns him. Literally. He is her property. Just like Rev. He's not a husband. He's not her husband. He's her fucking pet. That's all I can say about this, is that Gman and Rev News are nothing but pets to her. They're pawns. They're puppets.
Calm down. Miss Parker, how many times have you physically met Shanny for Christ?
Never.
No one wants to meet you, you ugly ass goblin. Okay, that didn't sound right, but you get the point.
Shanny, Shanny, it's important that she answers it, Shanny. Miss Parker, how many times have you met Shanny for Christ in real life?
Exactly. You mean she wants the world to turn into Animal Crossing? Don't you mean world? Yes, exactly, Aries. Shanny wants to live in a world where everybody worships her as a goddess. Shanny wants to live live in a fantasy world where she's always right and has done no wrong.
Times.
Okay. How many times have you talked to her on the phone?
0 times.
Okay. Where are you
And that's the thing.
getting your information from?
the Shanny for Christ channel, Revelation News channel, and several other channels
No,
that
no,
document.
Yes, you fucking retard.
Little thoughts in your
If
head of
you
what
go
I'm
in,
doing.
If
Again, Shanny is living, like I said earlier, Shanny wants to live in a, like what Aries said, Shanny wants to live in a fantasy world where she is always right and can do and has done nothing wrong. I'm sorry, wrong. She has done nothing wrong. That's so I want Shanny to believe that the multiverse is real and that the Shanny that's been racist and mean to people is an evil Shanny from an alternate dimension. I want her to believe that. That way it would be funny.
You're saying what they're saying and what their little perception of my life is. Stop lying, lady. Stop lying. You know nothing of me. You know nothing of me. Act like you.
And there's Rev trying to light a bong.
And you want to try to put.
You see, he has to put up with this shit. So he's like, I'm just going to sit back and just not talk about it. Rev, why don't you go in there? Rev, why don't you just try and tame the whale? Or you can't do that because, you can't do that because if you try to speak up for Miss Parker, Shanny will beat you. Like I said, he's not her husband. He's her pet.
Point some kind of racist point upon it.
Right. So
evil snake woman, and you shall repent to the Lord, or you're gonna burn
Jenny,
for all eternity.
Jenny, let me show my voice.
And my right.
You don't even have a fucking lawyer, you fucking troglodyte.
Shanny, listen to me, Shanny, listen to me. I'm going to
Exactly. She is yes. She is jealous of all the pretty ladies. Kind of like how Christian is jealous of all the handsome men. Yes, let Gman take care of Shanny for one night. Jason needs a break. Exactly. Jason, I'll get you a date with Dr. Phil's wife. Jason, we can give you one night with Mrs. Parker. I mean, she could turn your world around. That's if Mr. Parker is okay with that. Mrs. Parker, is it okay if you go on a date with Jason? Is Mr. Parker all right with that? By the way, my kind eats Shanny's kind for breakfast. Not really.
Show everybody where she's getting her information from. Okay?
Well,
that
if I can
more powerful, and I don't want to hear it, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to show you how to take care of people like this, Shanny.
And then she boots Mrs. Parker. Exactly. It needs to be live streamed. And Jason needs to not do it in the bathroom because we all know what happened the last time Jason tried to do a live stream. Shanny was having a meltdown, crying about, these people are mean to me. Exactly. The date needs to be live streamed. Shanny claims to be a lesbian, but can't accept other prettier women. She is a coward. A lying, thieving coward. Kind of like Von Helton. And that's the thing with Shanny is that she would always blame everyone but herself for all her own problems. She doesn't want Dragnot dead. She doesn't not just Dragnot or the Geek Room or even Black Eye TV, Miss Parker, Burnt Toast, Jules Tells All, Secular Opinion, Hannibal and Monty. She wants the entire human race gone so that it could just be her and her alone. Because if you remember the pro-COVID video from last year, all humans did was show her pain.
Give me a second here, okay? For my main audience that is watching this, you're gonna find out where you're muted, Shanny. Hold on. I'm gonna
watch. Shanny's gonna have a meltdown on Gman stream, and I am gonna watch and yell and roar at the top of my loud to the point where I break the sound barrier and scream, "Scream!" Not really.
I'm going to show you where people like Miss Parker is getting her information about Shanny and Revelation News. And earlier, you saw one of the channels. One of the channels is Secular Opinion. There's another guy on YouTube who actually thinks it's funny to destroy homes, destroy marriages, call CPS on people, and do horrible things to them. People who miss
Secular Opinion. Dude, Secular Opinion covers people like Von Helton and Emo Howling Wolf. Secular Opinion, dude, I like Secular Opinion. He's funny as hell. I love watching his live streams. I love watching Secular Opinion's live streams. They're great. I mean, when he did his his lolcow countdown, when he crowned Emo Howling Wolf as the lolcow of the year, that was something that I would like to see. And I'm surprised Emo Howling Wolf never got on never gone after the Geek Room for laughing at him. I mean, why does it have to be Gary Snowflake or Dragnot or Lady Di? Why can't he? And I know he tried to go after Secular Opinion, but he never. I don't know if Emo Howling Wolf has ever made any death threats towards Secular Opinion. I love Secular Opinion too. He's funny as hell.
Miss Parker actually supports. So let me show you who I'm talking about here real quick. Let's go to this channel that I haven't talked about on here in a very long time. He's after 4 years, he's still doing the same stuff, guys. And that is drag.
Wait, can I say this? If she was watching my channel, she would know I was talking about going to therapy all these years.
Court mandated therapy, you dumb bitch. Court mandated therapy doesn't count.
Right.
Yeah, actually,
Shanny, let me do this, Shanny. Let me trust me on this, Shanny. Let me just do what I gotta do here, okay? I want people to see what drag is doing right now to show you what.
Of course, you want to see what drag is doing. Of course, because it wouldn't be a G-Man video without mentioning Dragnot Silvas, the Dragon Lord of the Dragoons. All praise the Dragon Lord. Horns in the chat for the 5 people remaining. Horns in the chat for Dragnot.
What kind of a human being he is. All right. Let me show you something here. All right. I want everybody to see this here. This is Dragnot Silvas' YouTube channel. All this man does.
You know, Shanny. Also, didn't I forget to mention that Shanny wanted drag dead? Hey, Theo, wasabi. What's up, Theo? Hey, Theo, how are you doing? I mean, I'm just losing control. I'm just losing my fucking mind over Shanny being a crybaby. Gee, Rev, for the love of God, I think it's time for Shanny's diaper change.
Is make up stuff about people. and he does it for money. Right now, he's laughing at a woman by the name of Beauty Beauty and how she exercises.
Booty Booty, it was Shanny's role model. If you don't remember, Shanny would come to the forefront to defend Booty Booty. I mean, for God's sakes, Shanny brought a homeless person when she was living with her parents. Kind of like how Booty Booty brought a homeless person, had sex with a homeless person. Kind of tasted homeless.
That is what he's doing at his YouTube channel right now. And when he's not doing that, he's talking about Shanny and Rev over and over and over and over and over and over, defaming.
He's not defaming them. He got the receipts.
Okay, and putting words in their mouth, conflating things that they...
Of course! Of course! It's all Drag's fault that Shanny tried to kill herself. It's Drag's fault that Shanny got arrested. It's Drag's fault that Shanny was raped. Of course. And it's always Drag's fault because Drag was the one who ruined her life. Bull fucking horse shit. Why? No one is going to believe you, Gman. I mean, at least with Emo Howling Wolf, Emo demanded people to kill Drag. Remember when Emo Howling Wolf demanded people to kill Drag? Why can't you do the same thing, Shanny?
He say lying about them on a regular basis, and that's what this YouTube channel does. And Miss
Dude, Dragnot is funny as hell. Unlike you, G-Man. At least Dragnot makes better jokes that I cop. And I will not do it again. Because I respect the dude.
Parker, who has never talked to Shanny on the phone before, Miss Parker, who has never actually met her in person, is getting her information from this guy. I have been in the room with Dragnut, and a lot of you know this, and I have asked Dragnut on most.
Well, the thing is, G-Man, you and Dragnut have been bitter rivals for I don't know how many years. And the fact is this: every time you try to claim that you have the moral high ground, Drag always counters with your arguments, suggest with actual facts and actual proof and information. And he's got receipts.
Multiple occasions, dude, prove your points. And he hasn't been able to do it. It's always based on gossip and rumors.
And shit that Shanny's put out there.
Okay? So everything that Miss Parker is saying is a lie from the darkest, deepest pit of hell. Okay? This woman is unrepentant, and she admitted it out of her own mouth.
Yeah. No, Drag has never lied. Lynn. G-Man lies. Shanny lies. Rev lies because Shanny told him to lie. I'm surprised. I mean, why? I mean, for God's sakes, Shanny demanded people to kill Drag and his family. Emo Howling Wolf demanded people to kill Drag. Does anybody remember Emo Howling Wolf demanding people to kill Drag? Emo, why don't you do the same thing? Why doesn't Emo do the same thing for the Geek Room? The Geek Room were the ones who do videos on him. Why doesn't he demand people to kill the Geek Room?
For using the N-word. It's not just her. It's Black Guy TV and everybody associated with her. Secular Opinion. Grandpa Lobster. A bunch of these people on here think it's okay. As a matter of fact, I've learned that one of these people is actually a card-carrying member to the Ku Klux Klan. And Dragnet Silvis is actually friends with these people. Okay, Miss Parker? You don't even know who you're friends with.
You don't even know who you're friends with, G-Man. And the fact is this: no one wants to be friends with you.
Go ahead, Rev. Yeah.
Yeah, just 1 second. All right. One more thing I would ask you. Okay, would you apologize to Shanny for saying that she uses her rape as a shield?
And here is where shit hits the fan. She uses rape as a shield. She has blamed us for raping her. She's blamed the Geek Room for raping her. She's blamed Dragnot for raping her. I mean, for God's sakes. Why should we apologize?
Come on, insensitive atheist. You can do it. Come on. The least amount of what is it?
You're muted, Mrs. Parker. Sorry.
The least amount of harm.
Scrappy Lobster.
Come on, let's see you do it. The least amount of harm.
Now,
I also want. I mean, if you guys, I would, if I ever accidentally post the StreamYard's link in the description of the chat as a force of habit, I wouldn't mind if any of you guys come in if I ever, for the next time I do a Shanny stream, or if I want to talk to people, please, for the love of God, feel free to do so. I mean, I've evolved since my inception, since I've been on this platform. I've been learning how to do things the proper way.
now I'm going to say this as delicately as I can, and I'm saying this honestly.
Delicately as I can without
There you go,
giving any apology. You're a phony and a fraud.
Well, let her see what she's gonna say.
I want Miss Parker. I think Shanny wants you dead. She might. I want to see whether or not she's going to say that, because it's obvious that she is one step closer to saying that she wants all of us dead. I mean, aside from a few things that Shanny takes seriously, aside from slander and allegations, one of the things that Shanny takes seriously, aside from slander, are death threats. And oh boy, Shanny has made numerous death threats to people, including Nancy Pelosi. She's even called for the death of, she threatened the FBI basically caught on to Shanny when Shanny said she wanted to kill Nancy Pelosi. And let's not forget the fact that she has wished death on numerous people in the past, and not just politics. But she has wished death on Dragnot. She has wished death on the Geek Room. She has made numerous death threats towards people, including Irate Alex and FatFit Geeky.
Because she
yeah, well,
say
I'm
it.
highly emotionally intelligent, and I know exactly what to say before she says it. She has an ego
Look who's talking, you
problem.
Look who's talking. Well, look who's talking. All three of you, everyone except Miss Parker has an ego problem. Well, except for Reb, because honestly, he doesn't have an ego to begin with. He is nothing more than just a puppet on strings. He's just a ventriloquist dummy. And you're just a parrot, Gman. Technically, Shanny's the one who has the ego problem.
Yeah, Miss Parker.
Shanny.
Okay. So
you're not a woman.
Yeah, Miss Parker.
You're a shame to all women. Just so you know, you're a shame to all women.
And if the atheist is alive, Miss Parker, not to apologize.
A woman.
You're the shame of all. Again, Shanny, you're not even considered a woman. You are a freak of nature. You're the freak. You're a freak, Shanny. Admit that. You're ashamed of you are an embarrassment of the human race. I wouldn't even consider you human anymore.
You
Hold
are
on.
ashamed of yourself as a woman using a male raping tactic.
Did she say mental rape tactic? So, are you saying that we all raped her? Is Shanny saying that we all raped her? This kind of sounds like
Shanny, you got to let her say what she's going to say. And there is an atheist in my live chat telling her not to apologize. So, Ms. Parker, let's hear what you got to say.
Okay.
Say it, Ms. Parker.
So, as I was saying, I do mean this from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, Shanny, I try to be nice to you, but if you ever try to slander my friends for shit that they didn't actually do, I swear to God that on the last days of your life, you won't be welcomed into the gates of heaven. Instead, you will be trapped in a purgatorial state where you are going to be haunting that townhouse that you and your significant other currently reside. Because honestly, you are not one to talk. When you claim to be a child of God or a fucking archangel, or you claim to be Jesus Christ reincarnated, you're basically committing blasphemy. I'd suggest you, Shanny, shut the fuck up, grow up. I'd suggest you shut the fuck up and let other people talk. You are nothing more than a Chris Chan clone. And I've been saying this time and time again. Yes, knock her out in Minecraft.
I do believe.
I'm surprised you didn't come with the curse Hameha and threaten to curse Miss Parker.
Something horrible has happened to you.
I believe that too. I believe Shanny is a victim. I agree with Miss Parker. I believe that something has happened to Shanny when she was young. I believe Shanny was a victim of trauma. Hell, her mother even confirmed this happened. Hell, even her mother has confirmed this has happened to her. But maybe not as dramatic as Shanny would make it out to be. But I believe wholeheartedly, again, that Shanny is a victim of trauma. But instead of actually getting help for it, she's let it corrupt her to the point where she has become a reclusive shell of her former self. You get the plunger point? I mean, yes. We're going to go Kamehameha. I'm going to go Kamehameha on Shanny's ass soon. I'm going to destroy Shanny with a Kamehameha.
It changed your life.
Exactly. I believe
and it puts you in the position that you're in. It makes you sad. It makes you cry. It makes you hurt yourself unintentionally.
You know,
and I've watched.
Trauma, not just one trauma, but several traumas.
And I listen. Yeah, I believe that.
Tell me your opinion of me when you know nothing.
I believe.
She doesn't need to know you. Your parents, Shanny, your parents have confirmed this. Your mother confirmed this. Maybe not, might not be how you describe it, but you were a victim of trauma. But instead of getting help for it, you decided to let it corrupt you.
That.
Okay, Shanny.
Not only do I believe that,
and I'm gonna let you say what you got to say. Go ahead, Ms. Parker. See what you got to say.
Not only do I believe that Shanny has gone through some horrible things in her life.
Why are you scratching your neck, Gman? Are you itching for another fix of Drag not B? I know, because I know you haven't had your fix of bukkake in an hour. Ramen in the chat for Gman. Ramen in the chat for bukkake. Cookies in the chat for bukkake. Cookies and cream in the chat for bukkake.
But I know it affects her every day because I've watched her streams. I've watched her cry in the bathroom. I've watched her say she wants to die. I've watched her say no.
Ms. Parker, are you sorry for her? Are you sorry for saying?
Oh, for God's sakes, G-Man, let the gorgeous woman talk.
You said about her rape. Yes or no? I'm not interested in you clout chasing. Okay?
She's not clout chasing, you dumbass.
Yes or no?
I never said anything bad about her rape. What I said was, we do not use the
woman.
No, wait a minute.
Our channel, you said that she was using it
That's notification time.
As a weapon.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Did Shanny get sexually assaulted by Drag and his brothers?
No.
Okay.
Not sexually.
Exactly. That's the thing. And Shanny will go and lie and claim that everyone raped her. She'll go and lie and claim that Dragnot raped her. She'll lie and say that the Geek Room raped her, that Black Guy TV raped her, that everyone has raped her. Even Mrs. Parker and Burnt Toast and Jules and Hannibal and Monty. She'll lie and say that everyone that talks about her, she'll think that if you talk about her, it constitutes as rape.
Goodbye, Ms. Parker. Goodbye, Ms. Parker. I cannot take the stupidity and the lies.
God, that woman.
Shanny, don't make me do it. Don't you make me fucking do it. Because I will unleash all my fury on you. And G-Man. And Rev.
Hey,
she's going. She's
you
going.
shouldn't say an apology like that.
Wow.
She's not a woman. She's not a woman. I don't know how any woman could use a rapist mentality and a rapist tactic like that on another woman.
Oh, now you're accusing Mrs. Parker of raping you now, Shanny? Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking insane?
And she says she is a rape survivor too. And then she's just making all these excuses. You need to get help. I've been getting help.
Court mandated therapy. Again, court mandated therapy doesn't fucking count as therapy, you fat, ugly, retarded Christian wannabe.
Maybe there is a point where someone has been given so much trauma that you can't help them. They just have to cope through it. Have you looked at war veterans before? They can't help what they go through. They can't. They go through it.
And here comes the fake bullshit tears, the CNN tears. And look at Rev in the background. He's like,
well, here's the thing, and this is the thing that I've been trying.
They're all evil. Let us all block them. Get out of my life. Remember that, guys? Remember that? Yes, Theo, she is a Christian wannabe. And I've been saying this for many years. And if anyone, and I might have to introduce the Chan to people.
Trying to say about you in Revelation News on YouTube. A lot of them like to point out the worst about you guys and how you guys react to these YouTube channels. Revelation News has gotten really angry as a man because people are attacking his wife. How do you expect a man to react? He's going to come.
Yeah, no. And Jason, well, that's the thing. Jason acts like a petulant child.
come across as being very protective.
not only
When they
that,
come after Shanny,
it's traumas they did onto me.
Again! Oh my God. These people have driven my name. These people drag my name to the. These people drag my name to the worst mud, blood, and bodily fluid. They have mentally and emotionally raped me to no end and have talked about me in their offline life in some fucked up presidential-like campaign. That's how you sound, Shanny. That's how you fucking sound.
That's what I was going to get to, but let me build to it. When they come after Shanny and then Shanny responds a certain way, they try to make Shanny look like this monster and that she did this.
She is a monster, Gman. She is a monster. Oh, you're not a monster, Shanny? Bitch, please. You and Rev look like you belong in The Hills Have Eyes.
Because Shanny was bored that day and decided that she wanted to get on YouTube and say all of these things about people. She's reacting to the way that people. She's reacting to the way that she's being treated here on the internet, and then they're trying to say that this is who she is as a person. All right.
It is
the bottom
who she
line
is
is
as
at
a
the
person.
end of the day, they don't want to take responsibility for her being angry on the internet. This woman can't even play a video game without somebody going into her live chat and saying something evil in her chat to try to trigger her.
Also, she doesn't know how to play video games, you dumbass. Look, I can go on a live stream and play video games, but I don't have the equipment for that right now. Even though I just need to get the OBS on my PS4 and play some games, but I'd rather not. I'd rather concentrate instead of having to talk about this shit, because that's all I do. I do concentration. It takes concentration to play a video game. And what you do, you don't even care. And that's the thing with you, Shanny. You don't even care about the games you play. You just play like you're bored.
Yeah.
And they don't want to take responsibility for that.
Exactly. And they expect me not to be upset about it. I'm just supposed to just feel just completely walked on and be like, yeah, okay, you can say whatever you want.
No. The thing is that you ignore the trolls, you dumb bitch. They're trolls. The best thing you can do is just ignore them. Stop responding to the fucking trolls. Exactly. That's exactly why I've been comparing you to Chris Chan. It's because you, like Chris, always throw a bitch fit every time trolls make fun of you. I wouldn't be fucking surprised if someone does a comprehensive history on you, Shanny.
You can hurt me however you want. You can say the most deepest, personal, horrible things. You can lie about me all you want. Oh, it's okay. Okay, I'll just be fine with it.
Well, I hate to disappoint you, Shanny, but all the shit that people are saying about you is your own damn fault. I know you're not going to listen to me because you don't listen to anybody but yourself. This is...
No, there comes a point where it just seems like it destroys.
The point of the matter is,
Dude, Shanny, there are videos of you crying in the bathroom claiming that you want to die. You've cried so many times every time people talk about you. You have numerous meltdowns. I wouldn't be fucking surprised if when this pandemic ends, I wouldn't be surprised that by the time this pandemic ends and everybody can finally go back to the conventions, and if you ever try going to a convention and because people know about your reputation and they ask you to leave, I wouldn't be fucking surprised if you start dropping to the floor because you can't get up. I wouldn't be surprised if you try I wouldn't be surprised if you had a public meltdown and everybody record it.
And I want to point out something. She said she's doing all of this for a social experiment. That is proof she's taken advantage of a vulnerable adult.
Oh my God, this is becoming a bigger echo chamber than I ever thought it would be. And I don't know where she gets this idea from. But again, she's a Christian wannabe.
And we've already covered that in my audience and the audience that's relevant. The audience,
just like other disabled people, I'm a protected class, and these people are literally admitting on camera they're doing thought experiments to a vulnerable adult.
You're of a protected class, Shanny? No, Shanny. Shanny, why don't you just use the autism card? Just say you have autism. Maybe people will go easy on you if you just claim that you have autism, even though it's obvious that you don't have autism. You can just use it as an excuse. Because autism is autism.
Tell me
what they're doing is illegal.
Harassment. You tell me.
What they're doing is illegal, and we're going to get to that. We haven't gotten to that portion of the video yet. I'm going to show everybody what the law says and why people like Ms. Parker, secular opinion, Dragnet, and a lot of these guys are basically going to be getting in a lot of trouble. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but they are going to be getting in a lot of trouble.
Again, this is what I've been saying. Again, another thing why I've compared Shane to Chris Chan is because, much like Chris, Shanny and Rev automatically believe that if you call the cops on thought crimes, they automatically have to snap at action to help you out. When in actuality, there's nothing that can be done that would warrant police investigations. Anything you can do on the internet, on YouTube, that would warrant police investigations. And that happened when Chris, as a matter of fact, one of these days when I get more people, when I tell people about Chris Chan, I'm going to start hosting like the watch parties of the comprehensive histories, or maybe do some crit streams on on classic Chris, including the ones where he would freak out over trolls getting his information. Exactly. Chris has autism. She doesn't. But Chris has autism. That's exactly, Lynn. Chris has autism. Chris Chan has autism. Shanny doesn't. But the reason, it's not the fact that it's not the mental, it's their attitude towards criticism. They hate criticism. They have made countless threats towards people, threatening to have them arrested because they talk. And this is a thing with Gman, Shanny, and Rev, is that they think that trolling is illegal. And they have threatened to send the police after people who call her fat.
Illegal. It's called cyberbullying and cyber stalking. That is what it.
No, you idiot. We are not, dude. This is what Dragon and the Geek Room and others are doing. It's not considered cyberbullying. It's criticism. It's observation and analysis. What I'm doing is not cyber stalking. It's analyzing the mental health of a person who basically uses mental illness as an excuse.
It's called, and that is illegal. You cannot do that. You can spend a lot of time in jail or in prison for doing stuff like that.
And of course, and yes, Chris, and by the way, Lynn, Chris has also made videos where he has cried on camera saying that it's everyone's fault that he is lonely. It's everyone's fault that he can't get a boyfriend-free girl. And this was back before he transitioned into Christine. But even when he became Christine, he still has to blame everyone for his own problems. He blamed the people, he blamed the trolls for the Brony analysts blocking him on Twitter. He still blames people for making videos on him. He blames everybody for all his own failures. He blames, and that's why I compare Shanny to Chris, is because they both blame everybody but themselves for all their own problems.
I'm going to prove it toward the end of this video. At the end of the day, these people are stalking and attacking these people and trying to paint this woman as being as being a liar concerning about being a rapist.
I lie about everything. I lie about my health. I lie about my mental status, but yet they say I need help, but I'm lying about my mental status.
And they're trying to paint you as being a racist too. And as I pointed out,
well, she is a racist. There are a lot of things I can talk about that I can say all this shit, but I don't need to go into full detail about Shanny's racism, her sexism, and her homophobia. And I'm probably going to end it right here because honestly, I basically can't stand Shanny lie about how people are evil to her, that she needs Jesus to come back and save her from all the bad people.
I would just let this conversation go at this. See, it's like we still have people in the chat just going, okay, racist. It's like, okay, listen.
I'm just going to skip ahead to the end because honestly, this is dragged out far enough, and I really need a break from this shit. Anyway, let's
listen. Shanny nor I have ever been racist.
Like that.
Yeah. She could think of saying, and she said it to Gman. That's what you got served.
You got served a borderline smack in the face and do horrible things. But it's like, that's what happens when I'm pushed. I do horrible things.
No, well, that's because you are a horrible person, Shanny. Why can't you accept that you are evil, that you are a horrible person? Oh, wait, you can't because you have to use borderline personality as an excuse. Rev's excuse is that his mother taught him to shift the blame onto others. You learned that from him. You learned that, actually, no, you learned that from yourself.
And the Tyrone thing.
You don't got to respond to all of that revelation news.
Well, I actually wanted
Tyrone too, when they whatever you want him to say.
Right.
And so, like on the real, like
I would love to, Gman. If you want to debate theology on my stream, I will let you have a platform on my StreamYards. If you want to debate theology and how certain religions can correlate. I'm not going on your stream because I know goddamn well you won't let me speak. But if you come onto my channel, I let you have the room. I mean, that might not be a good idea, but in your own words, and you don't have to repeat and Jason, you'd be welcome to come on here if you want a one-on-one conversation. You don't have to have Shanny in your ear all 24/7. You can just say with your own words on what happened. I mean, you don't have to repeat what Shanny has said because honestly, you are starting to realize how some things aren't adding up.
Always what you guys did. They never talk about the flipping. And the funny thing is, Rev, is this: if you stand in front of a judge, it doesn't work that way.
No.
When you go to a court of law, the judge is going to know both sides to see who's lying. I noticed that when it comes to the atheists, it's always about what you two did and response, the context of it. Atheists don't do that. They always accuse, and notice this: the devil is the accuser of the brethren, right? And all they do is constantly accuse and
Oh, so now we're gonna say that all atheists are evil? Why do Shanny and Rev and Gman, that's why I have you as the three heads of Ghidorah, is because you basically share one body. You're a three-headed jackass. Is that all I can say? Like I said, I had to skip ahead because it's just an echo chamber at this point. So, and I basically outstayed my welcome.
accuse. At some point, you got to recognize you're talking to the father of lies, and you got to ignore him.
Oh, so you're saying that the people that make videos on you are Satan? Oh, so you're saying that Dragnaut is the devil? Well, technically, in Romania, dragon basically translates to devil in Romania. So that does make him the devil. Praise. Hail,
I mean?
hail, hail Dragnaut.
You got to understand that, okay? So with that being said, guys, this has been another edition of Preaching to the Quiet Ministry. Telling you to read your Bible and do what it says. God bless.
Peace and marinara. Anyway, that concludes this fine edition of The Raging Storm. This first episode. And I have been completely livid to the fact that Shanny doesn't understand that she is always to blame for all the shit that's going on in her life. And I'm glad you liked the stream, Lynn. And I hope to see you here again next time. And if anyone likes the stream, be sure to smash that like button. Subscribe for more if you want to see more content like this. You can also turn on the bell notifications if you want updates. And I think that's just about it. I am Rickzilla, and I will see you guys in the near future.